Good morning. Um, I hope everybody's doing well. Um, so I've kind of been struggling for the past 2 days, and I had a really amazing revelation. Um, it helped me so much, and then I realized what had actually happened. I so a lot of people probably won't agree with this, and a lot of people will think, "Ugh," but I once I was able to start driving, and I started feeling a little better. A couple months ago, I started going out to there's a casino um, a ways away from where I live, but I've been the driving seemed to comfort me and help me. The drive was like an hour drive or more, and it would kick. So every time I started to have like anxious feelings, I would that would be my go-to. And I thought, oh, this is okay because I'm basically all I'm doing is just going and I can go do something which is really good. I'm driving and I'm going somewhere and I'm not around people and blah blah blah. Really, I was actually just another form of avoiding. I'd go out there and I'd stay out there for hours, and I would tell myself it was fun. And so it turned into kind of a habit thing to where when I started feeling anxious or something, I tell myself, and I know it's a release of dopamine. I tell myself, this is what I'm going to go do, and I'd start feeling better, and then I'd go and I'd spend the whole day out there. And the other day, anyway, the other day I was feeling kind of anxious, and I was in this place like, am I ever going to get better? Am I ever going to get better? I couldn't figure out a way to get around that. And they always say it's just having a different perspective can bring you right out of this. I'll get to that in a second. But anyway, I told myself I wasn't going to go, and my anxiety started building. I told myself I'm not going. I'm just going to go home. And before I knew it, I was really the anxiety because I was thinking about it so much. The anxiety was building and building and building and pushing and pushing and pushing back. And I came home. I didn't go. I made the decision not to go. I went for a walk. The walk didn't help. And I think right before I went for the walk, I was digging around on. I started googling again, and I found this. And I don't know how I found it, but I found something called the extinction burst, and it said something about it's a lot of people give up, and they'll have an extinction burst, and they give up right before they're going to be okay, right before they're going to heal completely, right before they're going to be recovered, and right before they're on the really doing good. And I was like, what is an extinction burst? I've never heard of an extinction burst. I googled it. But you can barely find it. There's a little bit on it on YouTube, but the anxiety channels, they don't tell you about it. They don't say anything about it. Either they don't know about it or they don't want you to know about it. Um, because I'm not going to ask for money. I'm just here to tell you about my journey. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not offering any kind of you know, if anybody ever wants to ask me questions, I can answer them. Anyway, this extinction burst thing, which was really surprising to me, um, it's your brain challenging, and it's your fear responses being challenged. It's your brain pushing back when you are going to go do something that you have done that is like a reward, and your brain knows it's a reward, and then you decide that you're not going to go do it like you usually do. I was going to go gamble. I was going to go to the casino out of town, and I usually do that for for comfort, and you know and my brain started pushing back, and I could really tell because my anxiety came back full force, and my brain was pushing and pushing and pushing me like I needed to go do that. It's something that I had gotten used to, and if we do things and our brain gets used to them, um, well, our brain's going to push back because it's the reward center, it's the dopamine, it's the so halfway through my walk, after I read about the extinction burst, it says don't give up. If your anxiety comes back and you've had some really good days and some weeks, and your anxiety comes back, you'll know it is your brain, not your body. It's not your body, it's your brain. Your brain is pushing back. It's clawing. It's screaming like a spoiled little child because you're towards the end. You're letting go. You are not reacting to the fear that your brain, at least it's supposed to be protecting you, and so this is the last vestiges of its attempt to keep you where you are. Um, it's called an extinction burst, and it happened to me. And I was doing really, really good for a long time, and all of a sudden I had that, and I was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" I didn't go do what I usually do for comfort. I basically gave into the fear. All those times that I would go to the casino, I would give into the fear. So I basically I would be giving into the fear and going to soothe myself and avoiding. And my brain knew that was what I always do. And this time when I didn't do it, my brain was pushing back for me to do it and pushing back. And that's why the anxiety got so bad. And that's how that works. I didn't go, I didn't go do that. I stayed home and my anxiety started building and building and building. And out of the blue, it was just like, right, I felt like I was right back to where I had begun. And I, it was really scary. It was really uncomfortable. And I thought to myself, I'm not getting better. Oh my God, how long am I going to be like this? I'm not getting better. But I am getting better. But my brain is just telling me I'm not. My brain wants me to stay right where I was. So when I read about that halfway through my walk, I was like going, oh my God, I am getting better. I do have wins. And this is just, my brain is just fighting back because it wants me to stay where I've been. And that's why all of a sudden, boom, I get this whole thing again. I'm towards the end. I'm ready to cross the finish line. And my anxiety that I've been feeling for 1.5 days, just in my gut, just horrible, went away. And I was walking and I was like, seeing everything again. I just didn't have the anxiety. Everything was beautiful. I finished my walk that way and I could feel my brain pushing back. So yesterday, it just, knowing that I was getting better, knowing that I am really recovering, knowing that that was just an extinction burst, just, my brain pushing back and challenging me and wanting me to stay right where I was. And it dawned on me and I was like, oh my God. And I was better. It was gone. And that was proof to me too. I was like, oh, you can get yourself all riled up with adrenaline, because I had it for 2 days almost. You can get yourself all riled up with adrenaline and everything. And look how quick you can just perspective. Look how quick, knowing the truth and knowing that you're going to recover no matter what, look how quickly the adrenaline just felt like it was just gone. That right there is proof that it doesn't matter how much adrenaline you kick up. You can get yourself into a mind space where it just goes away. If you know the truth and you know that you are going to get better. And then I had a really good rest of the day yesterday, and I went to bed, and I was in a really good place, and I woke up this morning, and I started feeling things again, but it wasn't as bad, and I just told myself, it's not your body, it's your brain. It's not your body, it's your brain doing this. Your brain is, your mornings were for a year, they were like this. Your brain just kicking in, doing what it's supposed to do because it thinks it's protecting you. So every morning when you wake up, then your brain starts getting you going because it's doing its job. And I was like, this isn't this isn't my body, this is my brain. My brain is doing this, it's not my body. And that just kind of just like put me back on even keel, and it just kind of stopped. So I'm not 100%, but it's right in front of me. It's right there in front of me. Just keep doing your practicing, keep doing what you have been doing. Do nothing. The just sitting with it, You just keep doing the same thing you have been doing because it actually is working. And if you have like a extinction burst where your brain is pushing back and you start all of a sudden the good goes to bad, then you know that it's your brain. Your brain is saying, we need to stay where we are. You need to go do what you always do. And so you're showing your brain and you're pushing back. Your brain is pushing back. This is the last vestiges of it. Um, I know because I was able to throw myself right out of it just within 10 minutes and I was just normal again. So everybody keep hanging in there, keep knowing that you are doing everything right. Keep doing the do nothing, keep doing the sitting with it. Um, you are going to get there. And one of the biggest things is know for 100% that you are getting better. Don't let your brain lie to you. Um, don't let it tell you that you're not, because you are. And I know that when our body starts releasing all that and we start getting worried, that it's so easy to backpedal and say, "Oh God, I'm not getting better," because this feels like it did the first time. But it's not the first. It's not like the first time. It's different. You have the tools. You sit with it. You just grind your teeth through it. That's what I did all day yesterday. For the most part, just grinding my teeth in it because I felt like I wasn't getting better. I just felt lost, and so we're getting there. And just know that there is something called the extinction burst, and it it's your brain, not your body. You got to know that too. Your brain is doing it. It's not your body. Everything's fine with your body. It's your brain. That's just proof that it's the brain. I mean, I proved to myself yesterday it's just the brain, and it's crazy. So, okay, everybody, this is going to be short. I hope everybody is doing good. Thank you. Bye.